Hey y'all, I wish you'd look at this. I know you can see it, don't reckon you can smell it, but it sure has filled the air with that sweet wisteria smell. Happy Monday to y'all. Goodness, I saw over the weekend we're at 10,000 followers. Lord of mercy, come a long way in a month. That just kind of blows my mind, all the support. I appreciate it, all of you. Those that subscribe and those that comment and share and invite the friends. That's good stuff. Just all of us in this together, being the light. I was talking to my cousin this morning, and we had a few things to do yesterday evening, but he called to check in this morning, and this whole yard was getting away from me, y'all. And we'll talk a little bit about perception. If you'd been driving by here, of course, it hadn't been cut this year, so it was knee high. And anybody driving by here probably thought it was vacant. And a slug lived here. Little did they know my mower was down. Didn't got too many responsibilities with the pool business to stop and really address it. And I knew it was something simple, but it's just a matter of stopping and getting it done. So I resolved this morning, had some plans changed. Looking at getting this house painted. Got a good friend coming up to help me assess what we got to do to it. And, of course, life happens, and that kind of changed for the day. But I'll be behind on my pool route this week. That's all right. I'll get it done. Because you can't help anyone until you help yourself, right? Kind of get depressed looking at this old place. But I took the bull by the horns and tore into that motor this morning, and a couple of trips to town, and a little bit of wrench turning later, I had her up, fired up, and we were off to the races. And it broke down on me a couple of times today, but nothing major, and I was able to get it fixed up. But boy, what a difference a few hours makes. I knocked all these old weeds down. One thing I don't have to do is mow the goat pen anymore, because I closed all this area in. I let the little ones, let me show them to you. Where's my little camera flipper here? All right, come on now. There we go. This new little program was kind of hard to operate, not used to it. Anyway, I let the two babies inside come out and enjoy the sun today. The other goats aren't being mean to them, but they don't know anything about where these two came from. I guess I'm mama now, huh? But they're out here doing what goats do. They need to socialize a little bit and get out of that house. But JoJo's checked on them a couple of times, but boy, I wish you'd look at them. They just bounce. I've never seen nothing like it. They get excited and just bounce. Ain't nothing like it. Those are the two little ones. Oh, that's right. I thought I'd shared that this morning. Well, that was a subscriber video this morning of the other ones. But we'll go out here and look at them. They're secure up there. I'll grab them here in a minute, well before dark, and we'll get them back in the house. Because now that it started bottle feeding, that's the route we go. Let's see. Yeah, they're sleeping. Anyway, they're over there in the corner. I'm gonna leave them alone. Joe, you doing okay, baby? She's keeping them fed, and I'm keeping the other two fed, and we're just working through it, right? But anyway, yeah, I even got some of the pasture mowed this evening. Getting almost time to put the maters in the ground. This should be our last little cold front. I've actually had them outside on the back porch, not in the ground. Not back porch, but backyard. I ain't gonna fool that gate. And I'm gonna move them in this evening because it's gonna be a little cool. I could cover them, they wouldn't freeze. But really don't like them being exposed to 50 degrees. It just kind of slows them down a little bit. But talking about that perception, there was an old doctor. But no, I don't believe it was a doctor this time. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a priest, a lawyer, and an engineer. I felt a little bit like an engineer today trying to figure out that mower. But they went golfing. They did it every now and then. They'd get together and go do 18 holes in a nice little course there close to them. And so they're playing. They made 2 or 3 holes and ran up on the slowest foursome ahead of them that they'd ever been exposed to, I guess. But man, it took them all afternoon to get through the course because of the party ahead of them. They was slicing all in the woods and missing putts and just really slowing the course down. Well, they've been patrons of that course for a while. So when they got back to the clubhouse, I asked to speak to the manager and gave him the what for about that group that was ahead of them and hoped that he would ban them from coming back. Well, the manager kind of dropped his head and said, man, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sure that was rough, but that's actually a group of retired firefighters. They've all kind of lost their vision because they was running into an orphanage and on fire and saved a bunch of children. They've never been the same since. Well, immediately the priest felt horrible. He said, you know what, I'm sorry. I'll tell you what, this next Sunday I think I'm going to take up a collection for them guys and give them a donation. Well, the lawyer followed suit. He said he was going to get with the partners in his firm and see if there was a way they could bring a class action lawsuit or something and get a settlement for those fellas. Well, the engineer just kind of looked at them all sheepish and he said, well, why don't they play at night? Oh, thinking about a solution, huh? Yep, that's how it goes. Sometimes it's probably best to keep your mouth shut on things. I hear tell from a man's side of the aisle sometimes the best way to make it long-term in a relationship. There was a couple married 60 years. That's a good long time. And they never kept any secrets from one another, save one. The wife had a little shoebox in the closet, and she forbade her husband from ever opening or looking at that box. He didn't. Well, she was on her deathbed, and with her blessing, she said he could open the shoebox. So he went to the closet and retrieved it and opened it up, and there was a crocheted doll in there and $95,000 in cash. He couldn't believe what he was looking at, couldn't make any sense of it. So he carried the box in there and visited with his wife. And said, what is this? She said, well, honey, my mother told me early on when we got married that when you did something to make me mad, instead of arguing, I just needed to sit down and crochet a little doll. Well, that touched him because there was only one doll in there. And his old eyes teared up, and he realized that she'd only got mad at him once in 60 years. He said, well, honey, what's this $95,000 in cash in here? She said, oh, well, that's the money I made from selling the dolls. So it happened more than once. Oh, goodness. Yep, that's the funny thing about it, isn't it? Sometimes it's best just to keep your mouth shut. Little Waylon's doing good. He's in the house. For some reason, he likes tearing up them puppy pads I've got for him. He's a puppy, but he ain't tearing up shoes, so I'm thankful for that. The baby chickens, I was going to put them out this week, but they're fully feathered. But I'm going to wait till this little cool front passes, and we'll get them out here. I got another round coming off of these. I captured a few eggs, well, I guess it's 18 days ago today, and they're set to go into lockdown tomorrow. Didn't hatch out a bunch of them, it's 4 or 5, but I'd like to get, we need about 30 or 40 chickens out there to accommodate those roosters. We can handle it. Oh, Sissy forgot what a chicken was this morning, I believe. I was letting Duke and the girls out for a little while I was pittering around the place, and of course I was worried about that other dog, and for some reason Sissy keyed up on those chickens and took off toward them. Of course she realized real quick that was the wrong move, but her puppy was right behind her, so she went from going to the chickens and turned around and disciplined her puppy to get off of them. So nobody got hurt, so we were good. But I'll tell you, I'm proud as punch looking at this this mowed lawn. I don't think there's anything like it, is it? Not for us fellas anyway. Get old grown up pasture or yard and get it mowed down and go back and look at it. It's like these old pools, they get all dirty and you show up and immediately get to walk away and see what you did. That's always a good thing. I think I mentioned this. My buddy down the road's bringing his tractor up tomorrow, and he's going to break up that ground one more time, and then we'll be ready to start looking at getting those roots covered with some soil. I'm looking forward to that. Elderberries are doing good. All is fine here on the place today. Just thought I would check in and say howdy and kind of feel accomplished. A little easier to pull up in the driveway seeing a mowed place instead of Waylon being able to hide behind every weed that's in the yard. But starting to look like a place again instead of an old abandoned farm, and that's a good deal. We'll keep making strides, and of course the to-do list is longer than I am tall. I ain't saying a whole lot, but still a pretty long list. It's in fine print, so I mean there's even more. Right, sissy? That's right. Let me check off, see. I kind of like standing on this old well when we do roll call, y'all. Let me look across here and see who all's on real quick. Y'all sound off where you're at, and I hope y'all are having a beautiful Monday. I mean, it's been absolutely gorgeous here. A little airish, but that's all right. There's Charlotte. Caught me live in West Tennessee. Let me see if I can go. There we go. Start at the top. There's April. Hey, how are you? Miss Race, I think she's in, Laura, is it South Carolina or North Carolina? I know it's one of the Carolinas, but thank you for checking in. There's Miss Terry Watkins. Caught me live. Well, it's better than being caught dead, ain't it? Good to see you. And I already said howdy to Charlotte. There's Miss Kimberly and catching me live. James Baker, he's on YouTube. He needs to replace some of his chickens. Well, give me a holler, James. You're not that far away. We probably have a couple we can let go of or figure it out, so be glad to help. The bitty babies are so adorable. It has been a gorgeous day. My good friend Joanne, a little north of us here. Miss Sunshine Sue caught me live. A lot of people catching live tonight. B says it's supposed to be 31 here tonight. Well, that's probably somewhere pretty close to here. I don't remember where you're from, B, but that's about, I think we're going to hit 35, so you're probably a little north of us. Kimberly's in Parker County. Kenneth just got on in Ohio. How are you? There's Miss Gina. And Roger's eating supper while listening. Well, I bet you that's some good supper right there. Yep. Always James saying Appleby. LaGrange, Georgia. Freeze warning here tonight. Miss Gina says that. Sissy, is it going to freeze? Huh? Let's say we crank up that heater in there, huh? Yeah, that'll be good. Old Bart don't know if it's cold or hot. He's just right in there. He is just right. Old Sweet Gums putting leaves out. Frost danger isn't done yet. That pecan tree hadn't started budding. So I do believe this will be the last one. But I always watch that pecan tree. When it starts showing buds, and you ain't got to worry about a frost coming. That's what the old timers say, and I found it to be pretty true. Well, I'm going to walk around here and gander like a mule at a new gate at my mowed yard. It's funny. I like the simple things. I didn't have no weed eater, don't need one. Now the goats will have something more focused to go graze on when I let them out. They'll just hit the edges, right? Well, we'll wrap it up with another shot of these little crazy critter goats. They're like, where did he go? He's got milk in the house. I know he does. Here, let me turn it around if I can. Let's go this way with it. They are some joy. Here we go. Hey guys, let's see if they'll follow me. I bet they will. Y'all ready to go in the house? Come on, here I am. Come on, babies. Let's go. Uh-oh. Don't let me step on you with this big old boot. You better come on. Come on. I'm over here. I said, we like it outside. That's right. You want to go see? Huh? I got some milk in there. Their old belly just swells. They're drinking about a cup every feeding. That was the littlest one there. He's just full of energy. Yeah, you won't let me catch you now, but I bet you'll be trying to catch me here in a minute. You sure will. But they need to get out here and get socialized and learn what a goat's supposed to do, because as cute as they are, goats don't live in the house forever. Ain't that right? No, we don't. We gotta get out here and be big and strong. I'm debating about dehorning them. I had never done that, but of course I probably won't. They ain't gonna hurt nothing. Now, you don't need to come over here messing around. Sissy, handle your business. No, you don't need none of that. All right, y'all have a good evening. Be the light. I'm gonna get everything rounded up before the sun sets. And I hope y'all have a fantastic week. And again, appreciate all the follows and kind words, and just get out there and be the light, right? And that'll be all right, won't it? That sun sure is pretty. All right, good night, y'all. Be the light.